everybody, and welcome to the 2022 Home Hardware Canadian Mixed Curling Championship. We are live here at the Canmore Curling Club in beautiful Canmore, Alberta. This is day 6 of the championship, and this morning we're privileged to watch the game in the seeding pool between Nunavut and Yukon. My name's Stephen Young. I'll be commentating along with Scott Egger, who's from the Canmore Curling Club. Scott, welcome.
Good morning, Steve. Glad to be here.
I think we're in for a very exciting game here today, and I look forward to hearing your thoughts on how the game's called and how the ice plays, and should be a lot of fun this morning.
It will be a lot of fun.
So the game is just underway. We have Yukon throwing the blue stones and Nunavut throwing the red stones, and we'll listen to the players and get going with the game.
There seems to be a little bit more swing to the ice this morning than I've noticed in the past week. Early.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye. We'll also keep an eye from the center line out and the, I guess, the outside in, and see if it's consistent. And
line's good. Okay.
We have a couple of games this morning. Teams are playing for the pride. And
well, it's not in.
Want to show themselves to get a little bit better record than they've had so far.
Yeah, well, the seeding's important because in next year's championship, and I apologize, I said the 2022 Home Hardware Curling Mix. We're getting ahead of ourselves. This is still the 2021 championship. We're not there yet. But yes, the seeding will help to place the teams into pools for the 2022 event. I'm going to try and get a timing on this.
Line's a little tight. Got to go, I think. Yep. Whoa. Holy cow.
I think a little early in the game right now, players are going to struggle a little bit until the ice breaks in a little bit and it straightens up a bit. They're having a difficult time getting around these guards. Going to have to take a lot of ice to start with.
Yeah, or a little extra rotation, but that was 15.75, and that would have been about 2 feet in front of the house. We've got good speed on the ice this morning so far.
Nice and keen.
And it has been all week. It's been a pleasure to watch. You can do a lot with the rock when you've got good curl and good speed.
Yep. Whoa. I'm not real sure. Okay. Well, that's okay.
Yeah. Curler's vomit already. I guess.
A couple more guards. It's going to be difficult to get into the house without bumping one.
Wow, this one looks really good. It's staying out.
Line's real nice.
It's a great vantage point they have us here.
Whoa. Yep. Hard.
That's a beauty. Great weight and line.
Good sweep.
Oh, and you see that one had a little room when it went by, and it poked out the other side. So some great curl early.
Okay. Close. Yep. Hard.
Going hard to hold this one.
You got it, Lena. Hard. Okay. Good try.
Just over curl, but does open up the shot stone for access to. Also, of course, benefit to Yukon having last rock. It means the play can move to the sides and
it was a good
leave
throw.
that center open for a final draw if needed.
Wait only.
Well, laying too early mid-end. Have a nice end starting to set up.
Either way, but
just a hit and roll and take away the middle one, but also eliminate the side one by putting this over on top.
curl.
Just got to get by that guard.
Don't think so. It's not so good.
Well, it does bunch them over there, Scott. So on a future hit, there's a chance at the double there. Yukon now going to go to the other side and use that guard to try and bury a third one around.
Yeah, tough choice actually. Drawing the open side is a very good shot, but corner guard on this side would have been a good shot too.
Looks like a lot.
Of course, you'll see
Okay,
B.
nice
Klassen
try.
and L. Klassen on the back of those two jerseys. That's Braden and Laney. They are mother and son.
Okay, Laney, nice try.
It's great to be playing with your kids.
Absolutely, that doesn't get to happen all that often in competitive curling.
Yeah, actually, pretty close. Yeah, that would be good. Yep. Hard. Hard. Hard, Greg. Hard. Hard.
Looks pretty close.
I think they got the double.
Ah, good try.
Still sits on top, and be a tricky one to get out for Yukon. Not to be careful with that, but a chance to hit and flop under the guard and lie two under the guard.
Could throw like a few more feet than he just threw, actually. Like, you were like this kind of weight, so that's pretty close. Okay. Close. Yep. Yep. Yep.
That one's really taking off.
Sure
Yep.
is.
Yep. Roll it in, Braden.
Tough
Roll
to
it
get
in,
by
buddy.
the guard, but
Roll it in.
might flop
Right over,
into the
right
house
over.
instead.
That's another way to draw
Okay,
one in
that's
behind with a guard. It worked out really well. But again, when you use good control weight, it means you can have those types of things. Plan Bs happen. So certainly the choice of weight call was very strategic in that play.
You can definitely get there. It's just, the only thing is, it can be dangerous leaving rocks around. Like, we can just hit it with, like, quiet weight. Yeah. Are we shot?
Well, Scott, I mean, two choices here. You're aggressive and try and draw him for your second, or as he said, you leave around rocks and you miss your shot. It leaves them for a hit for three. So what do you like in this case?
Well, I think with the swingy ice right now,
Can you see it?
find your weight early, draw down to that, lay two.
No.
You know, it is behind the tee line. You know, my personal preference
Okay.
in this
Yeah,
case would be
fine.
to
Play
make the
freeze.
draw. Oh, that's what they've changed to.
I didn't know they could hear you. I know we could hear them, but Scott, you'll have to be a little careful in the future. I really like this call too. I think it's smart. It's good to get your weight early. You've also thrown the draw to the button, early on. Just finished practice, so you should have a sense of it.
And it's just a simpler shot too than
freeze is great.
making that
Just gotta
out-turn
make
hit
it.
when a rock is 3/4 buried. Although there's a lot of swing, it's pretty difficult to find line on a hit this early in the game.
Yeah, and if you rolled a little or you rolled out, you're leaving them the shot for two buried. So,
That's right.
Yep, great shot. Great call. Let's see how it's executed. I'm going to try and get a time on this as well. We'll see. It was 15.75 to be just short.
Line's pretty good. Go. Yeah, I think so. Hard.
That was 15.24. If I can get by that guard.
I think the line was good,
No,
just a second light.
Okay.
Yeah.
Probably would have been top 12 if he gets by,
Sorry.
at best.
Yeah, that just dove off to the side there, too.
But on a good note, he does leave himself a center guard.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he basically would cover both ways into it, so still has a good chance to draw in behind those and either cut it down to one or potentially steal.
Throw his last shot.
Yeah. Yeah, right to it, Braden. Whoa! Whoa!
Looks like he's got a great shot here. He's going to get to the inside a bit, too.
Okay.
Well, now you got a choice. Do you draw around to try and eliminate a lot of that, or do you go for the double?
Actually, it's almost a natural triple there as well. So you can make a triple and be behind the guard. Not an easy shot, but certainly makeable.
I think he's choosing to do the hit. I think he's doing the crosshouse double, which is the right one, because if it doesn't roll as much, he'll still be buried behind two of his guards and should be shot rock.
Whoa! Yep, yes! Hard!
With the on and off calling, he's obviously pretty close.
Come on!
Yeah.
Hard! Come on!
Unlucky break, that second
Faint
rock
turn,
not
Rainey.
going out of the house.
Yeah. Well, he's still sitting shot, I believe.
Give you
Wide
just
open hit
a
for three,
smidge
though,
more
so
weight
it's,
down the middle. No,
Yeah, but
same ice, a little more weight.
You've seen this swing, though, so I think you have to be, got to get right weight with right line on this because it could take off.
Smidge more solid.
But yeah, hit for three. Great first end for Yukon if they can execute this. It was unfortunate there for Nunavut because it was a really good throw. It just curled up at the end.
Just a hair more. Yep, you got to go.
Hunter really trying to hold it for a piece now.
He's exactly.
Yep.
A little tight on his release.
Gotta
Turned
get
it in.
Could jam the back one too if it's not
Sorry,
careful.
gang.
Oh, they still managed to get two. Very lucky break there.
Yes, it worked out in the end for them. So you can almost score two in the first end. That means Nunavut will have Hammer coming back to us in the second end. Just want to take a moment to recognize a couple of the local sponsors supporting this event. It's always Canmore community is very supportive, especially of their sports. And it's Tourism Canmore Kananaskis, Mary's Popcorn, and Visions Electronics are three of the key sponsors. We've also got Black Stallion Spirits, Canmore Golf and Curling Club, Canmore Brewery and Distillery Tours, Canmore Raft Tours, El Tequileño Tequila, Golf Design Services Limited, Moosehead Breweries, and Rome Transit. Thank you very much for all you're doing to make this a great event. And it's also been well supported by the fans. Lots of fans have been out during the week watching it, and we anticipate a strong following through the weekend.
Yeah, there's been a good crowd out most games. It's been fun to see. Not too many yet this morning with being an earlier game. But it's nice to see him out there braving a little bit of cold. It's not like being on the ice when you're moving around. A lot of the players are taking their jackets off and having no problem staying warm. But the people, when they're sitting around just watching the game, it's a little
Got a
tougher
curl
to
of
stay warm.
anything.
Well, as we watch Shaney Rattelli's rock come down, we can update you that Newfoundland Nova Scotia had a blank end in the first, and they're also playing in the second.
Okay.
Oh, we're great. Just in front. Very usable rock there.
shot.
And chip is okay. Pretty close. Good sweep, guys.
Just lost the weight at the end.
And as it came off, it really curled over. Well, one thing, we've got a lot of rocks in play. We're going to have rocks in play.
That's right. Just like the last end, it's looking like a lot of action this end.
Line's tight, too.
This one's also over curling.
I could still bump theirs in, but I think it's lighter than that.
Yeah, a little light.
Okay.
Still center line guard. That's what they want to block,
That's
and
what they
that's
want. Yeah, good
how
plan
they're
B.
gonna, how they're going to steal. Yeah. You're pretty fortunate that one actually. It covered off the red rays and left their blue tap back, so ended up in a good spot.
Line's pretty good. A little tight, maybe. Yep. Huh? Yep. 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 Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Got great line. Just going to have to sit down
Bye.
here.
Sorry, I could have held you a little off, but. Okay. Good try.
Who says skips can't sweep? He got that one through.
Yeah, a little biter there would have been nice with the hammer.
All right, Braden's going to attempt the same shot, trying to come around.
How's the weight? Might want to just play the bump. Okay, yep, then. Okay.
Well, a good plan B in the sense that they're really cluttering that center line
like
up,
this.
and they own the control area of those two blue rocks in it.
So, like, pretty hard.
I do like this call, though.
Absolutely. Nunavut doesn't like having that front end plugged up on them right now.
You know, if they hit this right, that first blue they hit could pinch that red rock into the 12-foot.
Yep, it hits it just right.
Yep. Hard.
Gotta get by the top one first, though.
Whoa. 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 Good throw, I thought. I got this one.
Okay, that's the right tolerance. Make sure you get one of them.
Absolutely. All those center guards are dangerous to him right now.
Line's a little tight. Well,
Better looking weight.
okay. Yep, for line.
It's got a good one if they can get it by. It's going to be close.
Okay, whoa. Right off. No.
They had a lot of rotation on that rock, and it still curled a lot more than I've noticed during the week.
Well, so Greg Howard's going to be asked to
Maybe
hit
just
this
a
one
little
and
under.
roll in behind. Not fully because it's an
little less
automatic
weight.
run back, but at least a peak. It wouldn't be bad to actually roll across.
Roll all the way
center.
around the red, yes.
Yeah.
Behind the red would be good.
Yep.
Even if it pops out in the open, it forces that play because you know they're going to chase it.
Hard. Hard. Whoa. Clunk this. Clunk it.
Oh.
Shoot.
Yeah, so far early in the game, we've noticed a lot of under-reading of the ice.
Yeah, I think he might have just started that one. Really unlucky, though, the way the handle rotated. When it hit the blue, it rotated and actually
Give you a
helped
little
it
less
curl
ice
on
so we're
the
playing for the draw of the
buried.
bucket.
So a great chance here for Yukon to put some pressure on.
Line's real nice. What? Okay.
Seems heavy, but I think it'll
Well,
bump
we're all
into
over the
something.
top, so.
He's got a couple of rocks to run into.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Handles
whoa,
really come off that.
Yeah.
Had no handle
Yeah,
at
with
the end.
no rotation, he ended up curling around 7 feet.
Yeah, I like this shot. I don't think he chased the one in the forfeit. You remove this, you might get a double, and you can certainly roll under cover here. So.
Ton of rotation. Looks like we have nothing.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to keep an eye with as you get weight up. It may run a little straighter.
Okay, yeah.
But you're right. There was a lot of rotation on that. So, all right, Laney will be asked to try it again, and I'm sure we'll see a little more positive handle on this.
Much better release.
What, this one? Well,
I think it's going to come definitely in the house if it can get
Shady,
by
yep,
this.
yep. Hard. Yep. Okay.
They got that by. It would have been frozen. It was a perfect shot. But
Just a
tricky. They
little
were coming
under there.
across the front, but
Exactly.
trying to get him
Which one do you
Doesn't-
like?
a lot
That
of
hole-
room.
Exactly. That hole looks pretty
Okay.
big with the in-turn, but with the out-turn, it's
Go here.
almost impossible.
Well, Meredith will get a chance at these again.
Close. Yep. Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Yep.
Really like to stick around on this and put some pressure back on.
Hard.
Yeah, making the double and rolling behind would be great.
Nice throw, Meredith.
Just over curled a bit on her.
Just here's a good spot. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they've got
Yeah, we don't need to zip it in there yet. Not in this shot. Maybe a little less lean. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like this call too.
Coming in top 8,
Tight one.
or even if you leave it short, that's a good miss, good plan B. Would plug up the center.
Just want to guard the draw path in the center. Can you use it in the next shot? Or?
I mean, they do. They have a lot of rocks they can advance in. So does Nunavut. That
the only thing I'm
outside
worried
red
about,
one we talked about
I don't care
when it was first thrown.
Right.
And it's if he blocks up this path, it's
Maybe their salvation in the end.
yeah.
Three's perfect. Shaney. Shaney.
This looks like it's going to come in. That might
Yep,
just raise
yep,
this
yep,
one
yep,
back.
yep, yep, yep. Yep, 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 yep.
Yeah, it's a
good.
pretty good shot, actually. You've got one on the 4-foot and
No,
lots of
it's all
coverage.
right. It's all right.
Not a lot of room to get to the 4-foot right now, other than with that red bump.
Catch the inside.
Two
You might
options,
go
really.
through, kind of
Play
do
that
it.
bump, which is a
But yeah, no,
bit
yes,
risky,
not
but
rolling, but
good call if
maybe
you make it. Might
and then
have a chance at 2,
either you
or
make
just
this
open it
double.
up the front.
Basically,
and
inside.
give
Hope you
yourself
make this
an
double or
opportunity to
squeeze
come in either way on
But
your last
yeah,
shot.
So
Yeah, I think he's playing the right shot here. The key is to open up the shot, the hit on the
maybe
back
here
one
last
for his next shot, and if that gets covered, I think then you've got the
but
tap
I've been
back, and
outside,
you might
that's
get the double here and roll under a
That's
bit and
right.
make a tough shot, and maybe get a chance to split on for 3. You never know, but
Yeah, if you could just hair the rock that's closest to the broom right now on the opposite side of the broom,
try and get to
could
the inside
actually
of that.
get really close to getting second shot. Now counting all the blue that are in there.
well, the good thing too, if it overcurls a bit, I mean, it should hit the back of the blue one. They're close enough together. So that would be the miss.
That's right.
Whoa!
I just need to curl up a little bit. It looks like a good shot though.
Yeah. Make that double. Hard, Meredith.
Well, got it out of the forefoot. And he's got a rock and play, even though it's...
That's right. He still has an opportunity from both sides
What did he take for
on his last rock.
Doesn't need to take a little
So he will have some sort of shot.
Okay. Just a smidge.
Yeah.
If it's over curling, you can do a bit of that, but
I like this call. You can't block. You can't take both shots away.
Versus
So
same
get
weight.
aggressive and tap your blue back to the button.
Yeah, make it very
well, we
difficult.
don't need to bump this.
Put a lot of
like,
pressure
we're
on.
line 2 right now, so yeah. Okay, you can go then. Yep, line's perfect. Hard.
Yeah, line looks great.
Whoa. Got a curl. Got a curl.
It's coming nice.
Got a curl.
It's going to bump it to the 8
Okay.
foot.
Does the job, though. It takes away the draw down to the back one. And if you hit that, you're not going to be shot. So it's now a chance to tap your shot rock up, or not your shot rock, your rock up, or...
That's almost what he's forced to do, is bump his
Yes,
blighter
we're definitely
into
tapping.
4 foot.
Maybe this.
You know, limit the damage if you get it in full 8 or touch the 4. Taking the
Smidge more than
out-turn
draw
hit
weight.
would be very difficult.
Yeah.
Could end up hitting nothing and giving up 3. So this is definitely the call.
He probably has to throw about a 14 in order to have enough weight to transfer that to the stone he's raising up. Even straight back, it would count.
Straight back would be good. It's got a little bit of room, little
Think a
wiggle
little
room.
less.
He's not taking a lot of ice, so
It should, though. Yep. Hard.
This last rock
Nope.
of the second
Nope.
end.
Forget it.
yeah, they need to sit down so they don't give up 4 instead of 3.
Fiddlesticks.
Just over curling, and unfortunately it knocked blue up for another point. So
I think the players have been a little used to how it's curled during the week, and they just haven't made the adjustment yet that it curls a little bit more this morning than we've seen.
Drat.
You know, early that rock did look good. They were off on the sweepers, happy with the line, but just a lot more finish than they expected.
well, we take a quick peek over onto the other sheet, and we see Nova Scotia did take 1 in the second end. So Newfoundland does have hammer as they play in 3. They are down 1-0. We'll keep an eye on that game. Of course, how did these teams get here? Well, we do know that, as we said, all the teams, there's 14 of them representing the provinces and territories of Canada. They were split into 2 pools. And in the pool play, Yukon had 1 win over PEI, and then in the first round of the seeding pool, they defeated Alberta, so they sit at 2-5. Yukon has yet to win their first game here, but certainly have been playing well and have had some good opportunities as we've watched them through the week. And we'll see if they can mount a comeback here in this game. Not the start they'd wanted, but still, they always say if you're going to give up big ends, do it early so you have lots of time to come back.
Absolutely. Nunavut's not going to give up yet, that's for sure.
As we
Looks
watch,
like it's good.
as we watch Lena Chow, the lead of Nunavut throw, the whole team says to say hi to Jeff. Jeff's Lena's dad. He was to be the second on this team, but unfortunately work commitments meant he couldn't go. Greg Howard stepped in and is playing as the second. Lena's only 17, and in fact, is hoping to be playing in February in the U18 championships representing Yukon. So we wish her luck as she continues her season on after this, getting ready for that, hopefully being able to compete in that national championship too.
Yep.
Lucky the girl to get all this curling in on a competitive level like this.
And on ice like this too.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, Jenny didn't quite get that one out to the broom, and as we've seen here with the curl, it's if you don't get it out there, it's a good chance it's going to overcurl.
Line's close. Yeah, weight looks good.
It's looking like a great line for a corner guard.
Yep.
Get something
bring it
going
over.
this end.
Hard.
2 corner guards.
hard.
Good situation early.
Yep, 2 great throws there by Lena.
Normal. Wow. Yeah. Clean. Whoa. Hi, boy. Wow.
Well, great throw. Real positive rotation on that, which I think helped.
Positive rotation, and
Just tap.
it really swung a lot. Surprising how much swing we're having.
Just tap a little. Well, this way, I guess. Try and get under.
Inside roll with that weight. Pops out the other side. Good opportunity to freeze down to it now.
Sorry.
Now it's starting to come hard. They're going for line here. Looks like a really good shot, though.
Yeah, it's past the guard. Keep going. Close.
Still a good shot.
Good.
Pushes the blue behind the tee line, like they say when you have last rock.
Exactly.
Rocks behind the tee lines and rock out front to your friends. So, and that one's partially buried, so they're going to chase it, but going to have to be a bit careful.
Yep, they have pretty much the identical shot he just had. Took a lot of ice, a lot of rotation, and we'll see if it reacts the same as his first one.
Yep. Whoa.
Yep,
Cheney.
another great shot coming in here.
Hi, boy.
And I like this call, ignoring
Just draw there.
the one behind the tee line and trying to draw one in, getting it placed behind the guard. I think it's more important at this junction of the end. And Greg just threw this, so he should have a sense of weight and see if he can repeat that shot. They were sweeping it the whole way, so without that, I think he's got the same weight, should get him there.
That's all good.
Yeah, right now, although Yukon is laying
light.
2, those blue rocks behind the tee line are definitely your
go hard.
friends.
Well,
15-8, that's probably not going to get there.
try and roll the shooter, yeah.
But another guard for them to use, and something they can run back, because they're... But Yukon's going to definitely look to bury one around here.
Yeah, if they put one top 8 here, that would put a lot of pressure on Nunavut to almost be forced to open that front end up.
Top 4 at the most. Well,
Well, they could also be creating a bit of a wall, so when they run that red back, this
whoa.
quite an opportunity to hit something.
Whoa. Looks like it's coming down a bit.
This should overcurl the back one and create a pretty good wall there.
Oh, sorry.
Not going to do anything with that.
Well, behind the tee line, he's got a decision to make
Yeah.
here. He can
Yes, they
certainly
do,
draw
yes.
down to it.
Unlikely, no.
If a
wanna
good
try?
made shot with it, it's excellent.
Okay.
But if he doesn't make it, you're in a world of hurt.
Which one do you like?
Yeah, I really like this shot because, you know, a lot of good can
Do
happen.
the intern. You threw it good.
You're running it back into stuff, and you're opening it up because certainly that's the rock
Can
that's hurting you
overcurl
right
a little
there.
too. So.
And running it back to the rock that's on the side, the blue rock that's in the 8-foot, would also give them a corner guard with their throwing stone.
Well,
Just has to curl up a little.
I think we're just peeling. Yep. Yeah. Let's roll. Okay, not bad.
Okay, it opens it up.
Back to having their two corners, and those three rocks in the house are all grouped together. So it's not as bad as a situation as it may look.
Yukon, I think,
Okay,
will
right
be
here is perfect.
happy to have that red rock replaced with the blue
You got
one
to
as
keep
the
it
guard,
straight.
though.
Yep. Shane. Yep. Just a biter and then stop.
A really nice throw, but it overcurls a bit, opens that up for play on the
I think you have to just
forefoot.
tap these, basically. Say back 8.
Lots of options, Scott. You like this call?
I do. You come down to it. You wouldn't want to tap it too far. You want to be able to stay on top of the rock and not roll off. So a small tap would be fine.
Mine looks good. What's the weight? No, I don't think so, guys.
Create more of a wall by tapping it back
Whoa, no.
4 or 6 inches.
All right. Not bad.
Really good result there. It didn't quite curl up like they'd hoped, but still it's created such a good wall for them. And you're going to have to be careful in playing this shot because it'll overcurl and they'll jam it and advantage Nunavut.
Okay.
Probably a good shot for the Yukon right now would be to get a piece of their own
I
blue.
took a little bit extra, and I want it a little more solid. If it curls anything like yours,
Hit the
does, I don't
Nunavut
think it will
rock
in
just
this
on
spot,
the outside.
Yeah.
Roll away. You'd get rid of that wall, make it tougher for Nunavut. Nose hit wouldn't be a terrible situation for Nunavut.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
So he's going to get that inside roll.
Okay.
Well, that's a big wall. If it gets a rock in there, that's going to be very difficult to remove.
Yeah, you want to.
But only with quiet.
Right
I
where
wouldn't
his
move
broom
much
is.
at all.
He needs a good shot. Yukon's been playing very well.
Okay. So my last one was good draw weight, right? Just playing a freeze, but got to get there. So.
A big shot here. This can turn. This could be a skip's deuce if you can get this in the right spot.
And it is needed.
Is that a bit wider than?
Okay, let it curl then. Mine's pretty good.
And I noticed through the week his draw weight has kept
Mine's
him in a
good,
few
guys.
games. They haven't been lucky enough to win any, but they have been competitive in quite a few games. And that draw weight right there is one of the reasons why.
Pretty good.
That shot rock and in a great spot.
Don't need to blast it. Just No, I'm just thinking like tap. Like just a heavy draw. I think so.
I'll give him confidence because it's probably the same shot he's going to have to throw in a minute. But this is smart too, rather than trying to throw peel weight and pick it out. It's just tap it, lie to, and force him to make that same shot again.
Well, I don't know.
Absolutely. Even if you came up light and sat right in front of it, it still would force
So it's just a
Nunavut to
heavy
one.
draw, back four. Yeah, well, you don't need to sit two. As long as
Throw it to T line, leave it up to the sweepers to take it from there.
You know, look on the break.
Well, Braden.
Trying to carve this over.
Hard, buddy.
Got a lot of moving to do.
Hard.
It's coming now.
It's looking close.
Well, good shot, but a very accessible double for two here.
Absolutely.
It doesn't have to be that gentle.
Crotch shot for two. You don't need to throw a lot of weight.
And I was going to say, I don't think there's a hole there, but you never hate to say there's never, because that's when you usually.
If you hit them both at the same time with peel
gotta catch
weight
the
or
middle.
even normal, you're probably right. It probably could work its way
that?
through there, but as long as you keep your weight down to
Nope.
control weight,
Make the double in the
I
middle.
don't think there's any way you're going to not get to if you hit anywhere near that crotch.
Yeah, and really just needs to move the rocks a couple of inches.
That's right.
Big shot here, a chance to score two, get back in the game. That line looks really good. Now they need to hold it there.
Hard.
He's got a really good shot though.
Looks very
I
good.
think you got it.
Great shot. Well, skips deuce like we talked
Well
about.
needed. Little confidence for the team to get back in this game.
Just the update over on sheet C. We have Newfoundland and Nova Scotia. They blanked the third end, so they're playing in the fourth end just before their break. It's still just 1-0 for Nova Scotia. Nunavut scoring 2 here in the third, and that makes it a 6-2 game for Yukon. Yukon will have Hammer playing here in the fourth end coming home.
A little difference in points between the two games on the ice right now. Eight total points on our game and 1 on the Newfoundland-Nova Scotia game. Playing tight over there.
All right, Lena being asked to put a center guard up about halfway. Top of one of those loonies. Of course, those loonies are in the ice for mixed doubles. This gets played here.
That's all right. Good sweep. Yeah.
And it's funny, you look at a rock like that and maybe think it doesn't mean much, but that is the draw path down to the 4 foot on that side. So certainly something that Yukon probably wouldn't have wanted there anyway.
That's right. Exactly too far off the center line.
I think this one's going to come in.
Wow. Another girl.
Still like a center.
That's a really good release there. Got it out to the broom, and there's good rotation. I
Looks like more.
expect this to be pretty close.
Well, it looks pretty good.
Get your center guard happening.
Yep. Okay.
Also helps
stay on
pinch off
center,
that corner
Good.
guard that was thrown by them on their first shot.
Yeah.
You know, that was no longer as big an advantage for Yukon as it was. They'd have to come around the outside of it now.
There goes Shaney. She's throwing her second stone. Shaney, of course, is the sister of Laney.
Four's better.
Shaney and Laney, the sisters, and Braden, the son
Looks like it's moving pretty good.
of Laney.
Quite the curling family.
I asked them, where does Miller fit into all this? And they said, well, based on his hair, they're going to call him Curly. But he's not related to any of them.
Not a girl. Two good ones.
All the other team members having that
How do you feel
curly
about
hair,
this?
they figured that'd be the best nickname for him. So that's not my nickname. That came from them. And of course, Mr. Miller's name is Jerry Miller.
Nunavut here has a good opportunity to get behind. It's really
gotta
curling
go.
early. They're going to have to go hard to get this by.
Yep. Yep. All right,
At
we
least leave their center guard there,
Pickle.
which is good.
Okay.
Yeah, all that's very usable for Nunavut. So certainly creating a situation. I think Jerry's going to probably remove that. He's already got two in the rings. They're out on the outside, but these are the danger rocks.
Whoa.
A little inside,
Whoa.
he might run it back onto his own.
Okay, that works.
Oh, it just misses. Very fortunate there. Got that going right out of his hand.
Not
Either
his
do
best
this
throw.
or the come around.
Yeah, normally you might have seen them try to do
Okay.
a double takeout up top of those guards, but that's what they wanted to avoid was a jam back.
long.
And they almost made it happen.
Right.
Just missing that. I don't know if you could put a paper between those two rocks when it went by. A great replay. Thank you for showing that.
Another opportunity to get behind those guards.
Line's close.
I actually don't mind this.
Line's
I
close.
actually like the fact that they're down. They need to
Looks
get
heavy.
aggressive, and they're ignoring those two
Okay.
biters rather
I
than
think you just have to
chasing.
let it
They might as well
die.
use those guards. That's why you put it there.
Line's really good.
Just need to slow down.
Line, it'll bury. Might over.
Yeah,
Okay.
very good throw.
Good throw.
Really good throw. Those guards are long enough that even with the hack weight, I'm pretty sure you can get around
Well,
and get at them even when they're buried.
You don't want to try to
But-
get rid of those? It's probably jamming, but
Yeah, you could play backline weight here with either turn. You'd
not
probably get a
exactly
piece of
sure.
it.
You'd have to.
And the miss
It's
would
like
be to
pretty
hit one of
thick,
the guards.
but
he's electing to
give it
get
a
rid
go.
of both these guards. A lot of
See what
danger in the second guard running into one of their own blues.
Yeah, what I like about this, though, is, I mean, they're up 6-2. They have hammer. They don't need to score a multiple, but, giving up a steal brings them
Clean.
right back
Yep.
in the game. So
Whoa. Yep.
even if you
Whoa.
jam one, you've got a lot of rocks left to play. so-
Okay, attaboy.
Oh, I thought it might go through the hole again.
If it doesn't tick that front when it's close.
This one touched, didn't it?
That's just,
It worked out pretty well for
I didn't notice.
Nunavut.
Yep.
Anybody have an opinion on that? Okay. Nice. Thank you.
Good job. Get you a black jacket.
Like this.
All right. Well,
Nunavut still has their guard up front. A couple of rocks in behind. It's setting up reasonably well for them
Yeah, it
early.
looks heavy. It's okay. I think this is through. It might
A
hang
great
in
line,
there.
just a little bit too much weight.
No, I don't think it will.
6 feet less weight. That curls right behind us.
You got a
that
piece of
guard.
this? Okay. What kind of weight you like? Bumperish? Okay. Well,
wouldn't even be bad if this rolled
Okay, well,
outside
Shaney.
or away rather than underneath.
got it, girl. Whoa, 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 whoa.
That's right, with a hammer,
Whoa.
taking the play to the edges is where you want to play and save
Atta
that
girl.
middle for your last rock.
Nicely done.
There's a great
Nice try,
example with
Laney.
those high guards. Just some really nice weight and let it come in on its own. So really good throw by Laney.
Yeah,
But chance here.
nice weight, nice controlled weight there. You know, where you throw, you're taking 2.5
you like
feet
this
of
or a little
ice,
more?
you're throwing hack or board
Okay.
weight. A lot of good things can happen.
Pretty good. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Line's good. Yep. Whoa, whoa. You're fine.
Right out of her hand. Peter liked it. And
Atta
great
girl.
throw
Nice
there.
shot.
Still second shot too. So
Atta girl, Meredith. Nice one.
yeah, they'll do one more of these.
Bit since you drew.
A couple more nose hits, they'll be playing outside of the house.
Shane, you gotta go on this one. Hard, girl.
I need to try to move it over to get a piece. I think it's that little extra weight and spin.
Hard.
Oh,
Okay.
More rotation than her first rock.
Thing is, if you put it here, it just come.
They'll come right down to it. Try to
You
keep it.
don't want to be there. If you're there, that's somewhere in there. So I gave you.
I like this call. You do want to keep it high.
That's
You bring
probably
it
good,
deep
yeah.
in. You give them a big out in this end.
Yeah, still, there's a few rocks to come.
A little less than that, I think. I think top 8-ish is good.
Now Peter coming off two great
What's that?
shots to end last end, so he's
Behind
got
the
a
guard,
good confidence on this. And
As
Yeah,
long as
that's
he's in
not
front
bad.
of the tee line anywhere, I think we're going to see Yukon make a play on a few rocks. There's no need to take some unnecessary risks when you're up 4 points.
that is on the
Might be
berm.
heavy then.
Line looks good.
Line looks good.
Just needs this one to sit, that's all.
Okay, just stay in though.
I think it's coming off though. Here it goes. Probably want to take it behind your other one. No, it's going sideways with no hand on, digging in.
Yep.
Oh boy, that really.
Oh, be third shot. That's a lot for the Mr. Miller to look at. But a good chance if he can tuck it in behind, he can pull a skip
Yeah,
stew straight back.
Definitely the shot to play.
Okay. Need to get out of a bit of trouble here.
Big shot here.
It's the first end we've seen Nunavut in a little bit of control over the end. They've had quite a few rocks in play. Previous ends, Yukon has had control of the house.
Okay. Speed here should be close to the same everywhere else now.
Now let's get a read on the speed here. We'll see what it's.
Where's there?
Where's there?
Where? Whoa.
Well, 13.93. That's going to
Whoa.
be back to the house. It should be.
Whoa.
Let's see what Peter Meredith can drag this behind the other one. Yes, she can. So they'll still be sitting 3.
Nunavut still in 3. It's going to be a
Same,
scary
but better.
shot for Mr. Miller on his last rock.
I think edge. I think just edge of.
Yeah, I think you really want to make sure you leave this one. I'd put this one, kind of half in the 8, so it hits no good, but force a little bit of a different draw
Give you a little
path,
less.
and also
That's right.
give it something that it can
Same
hit
thing, but
coming
better.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get it kind of half buried behind your own, behind the guard, behind the red rock that's top 8, mostly in the 12-foot there. Then you create a situation where Yukon wouldn't have much backing.
Oh, he's on the broom. Good release. They're on and off a game,
think
which
it's
is really
heavy.
good for weight.
Do you?
So they don't want it deep.
Hard. Yeah, got to keep it straight. Hard.
Leave it up high.
Hard, 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 hard. Hard, hard, hard.
They found a good spot.
Yep. Draw gains 4 here, but he just threw it. He should be able to take some off, give it to his sweepers, and he does need just full 8 as well. So.
Draw the button pass.
And you heard him say that's same as a draw to button pass, so should be fairly comfortable with this. Now just needs to execute it. We'll get a time here. So 13.93 was heavy last time. Let's see what this one's
14
at.
and a half would be
Line's
perfect.
perfect.
They're keeping it clean. They like the
Curling
line.
now.
It's 14.45.
Should be real good.
A great execution on that. Great job. Well, a score of 1. That'll be 7-2, but certainly the scoreboard not reflective of what we've been seeing here.
No,
A
for
very
sure
close
not.
game and a lot of great shots by both teams. Just that early start for Yukon's kept them ahead.
Sigh of a relief for him and have a 4th end break here.
One might say I was born to overcome challenges. Too much premature, in and out of the hospital, and a heart condition. My parents call me their miracle baby. As with all survivors, I searched for my place in this world, and I found it here. This pebbled ice is where I battle now, and at only 12, I am already a 5-year veteran of this sport. I have my sights set on the Olympics. I will push hard to get there. The only size that matters in this sport is the size of your dreams.
Sweet! Sweet! Hurry! Hurry! Hard! Hurry hard! Hard! Hurry hard! 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 Woo! We should really be curling.
This ice is everything. It's where I come to feel close to her, to feel whole. This building helped raise me when my mother no longer could. When I step on the ice, she steps with me. My dad is my rock. We are a team now, like the four of us when we step on the ice. People say that this isn't a contact sport, but that's not true. It contacts you where you need it the most.
The game with the ice, and the rocks, and the sweeping, and the yelling. Each game starts with a handshake. Then, 2 teams of 4 people take turns throwing 44-pound stones down a sheet of ice. Each team throws 8 rocks, and the team closest to the center after all the rocks are thrown will score the points. This process is repeated for 6 to 10 rounds until one team is victorious. It's just that simple. Or is it?
Welcome back to the second half of our game between Yukon and Nunavut here at the 2021 Home Hardware Curling Mixed Championship, Canadian Curling Mixed Championship. I'm here with Scott Eager.
Egger.
Street from the
Egger, like bacon and egger.
Like bacon and egger. Scott Eager. Scott's been a close game so far. I know the scoreboard doesn't show that, but certainly lots of pressure back and forth, and should be a great second half.
It will be.
Anyway.
If Nunavut keeps up the pressure like they did the last end, they're going to find themselves right back in this game.
It was good.
Yeah, I think we'll probably see Yukon probably not throw as many guards up, or hope to not have the guards up. Try to bring it into the house a bit, keep it a little cleaner so that they don't get into a situation like that again.
That's right. Got him a little bit of pressure the last game, and he had to make a big shot and draw the forefoot. Otherwise, it's a tie game instead of a 5-point difference.
No. All right.
I want to go to the, there's a Brazilian steakhouse in town. I want to go there. But some of the team doesn't want to go there, so it's battle. Yeah, so it's, you got to get all 4 people on the same page. Yeah.
Well, there you have it.
He must be hungry. They're talking about the Brazilian steakhouse in town, all-you-can-eat place. Gone in there a few times and come out pretty full, and it's a wonderful restaurant.
2 great shots there by Shady to start the second half here. Couldn't ask for much better than that.
No.
Alina's going to be asked to throw a corner guard. Try to get things generated on the outside here.
Okay.
And like you mentioned, Steve, Yukon doesn't want to be caught with throwing those guards themselves with this kind of lead. They're going to keep playing him in the house.
Okay.
And they'll probably hit everything in sight that Nunavut puts in play.
Like that? Okay.
I think the last time they went this way, Braden had 2 of these shots, almost identical. So he's getting pretty used to this one.
Okay. That works.
got it, and it hits
fine.
it out, but
too
it
bad,
doesn't
Billy.
jam.
Yeah.
So, and in all honesty, probably doesn't mind having that rock on.
That's right.
Do that or throw a corner.
That was a friend in Nunavut. They could have drawn down to it and have that
Just got to make it.
rock that's top 12 protecting him. So, yeah, Yukon won't mind at all getting rid of their own rock.
Yeah, I know you look at that blue and say it's not a guard, but you know, it's just because it's in the house doesn't mean it's not something you can draw around to.
right.
And certainly can draw to the back of the house, bring it
What do
into
you
play
think?
later. So I don't mind this call at all. Might be a little early to not throw another corner guard,
As long
but
as it's not heavy.
it's not wrong.
Yeah, you want to click it, I think. Yeah. All right.
Same way. Don't skip it less. Yep. Oh, yeah. You got to go.
Fourth intern hit on this
Gotta
side
go,
in a row
ladies.
for Braden.
Got to go.
He's got to
Still
hold
got
this
it.
though.
I think he's
Still
not
got
going
it,
to
I
get
think.
this. A little piece of it.
Enough of it with enough weight, it got it out.
Yeah, it's just enough to do it. Yep.
Well, Greg gets ready to throw here. He said I talked to him before
Back
the game,
eight.
and he wants to say hi to Humbly, and he wants to say hi to the gang at Smithers. So from Greg, hello to those people.
I think Nunavut recognizes that Yukon's going to hit
Little
just
tight.
about everything in sight with this kind of lead.
'Kay.
So the only
can
protection
go.
they have is to go behind a rock in the house. And with this kind of swing, you can certainly get buried.
Close.
And a good plan B is even to sit
Yep.
on top of it.
Yep. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yep.
Great line.
Just rubbed.
The dreaded kiss.
Bit of
we
a
needed it
sweeping
anyway.
error there. They
Well, I actually think they
Could've
might have
stayed on.
needed it. They might have gone through.
Would
So.
have been
10.
close for sure.
10.
And still not a gimme here. They're side by side here. Well, not side by side, but edge to edge maybe is better.
I know
way
your
to say
thought
it.
process, Steve.
Atta girl. Clean. Yep.
I'm glad you do.
Yep.
You got to go hard to get it by, though. This is really curling.
Yep, Braden, you got it. Hard. Oh.
All right. We've got something going.
Yeah. Then they can really split the house, keep them out wide, and they're harder to hit out there with all this swing.
That's right. And you're right, Steve. It does appear to curl more out in the 8-foot and 12-foot than it does in that 4-foot area.
As we watch Meredith Penner throw here, she did want to give a shout out to her niece.
sounds close,
Happy birthday, Morgan. Morgan's
Looks maybe heavy,
birthday
though.
today,
Yeah.
and Meredith wanted to make sure she got that shout out to her. So, Morgan, we hope you're having a great birthday.
Need this
Yeah,
one to
just
hang
mine.
on.
Just needs to dig in a little bit here. It's about a foot and a half too heavy.
Same.
Of course, we're starting to throw a lot
Same
of
thing.
rocks down these paths, and it's going to speed up as
Right.
it goes.
Gaining
It's
up.
just a little more ice.
And down that 4-foot area, you know, it's a little bit straighter ice.
Yeah,
so
can't hurt it.
that straightness seems to make the distance of the rock
Yep.
go further rather than losing some of that distance by curling off to the side.
Okay. That a girl ain't it?
Oh, that was a 9, and it still curled quite a bit. So, well, but you know what? It's there. It's something they can draw right down to and freeze and be shot rock.
Yeah, they'll try to take advantage of anything they have that Yukon has in play. Definitely not heavy this time.
Guard would be okay if you can get it there, but
And they're going hard on this.
sure. Yep.
Even though it's guarding the blue, it's not bad because it gives them one behind the tee line and a guard up front.
All right, that'll do.
Absolutely, that's a good play.
So the one I threw coming this way, where'd that one stop?
Yukon now will try to put one in the middle of the house to try to take the play away from that corner.
Should be a lot, shouldn't it?
There had some great weight last end to make that wonderful shot. So this one looks to be coming down nice.
Yeah, a little easier to hit the 4-foot when you don't have 4 opposition rocks that you have to beat out.
Yeah, I'd say roll is fine, you know, but play for the roll.
So
you know
a
what I
couple
mean?
of options
So
here. The hit and roll is good, or
this
freeze.
also decent.
You could
and,
always freeze to the
could be good.
inside so that they'd hit the rock. It would go back into the other blue rock. But this is definitely an easier
Roll
play.
or double.
You have, like
Yeah.
I said, you have 2 different options: the roll or the double.
Yeah, I like this play because, I mean, they've shown in a couple of ends the ability to generate a 3 or 4 spot. So
That's
I
right.
think, you know, this shot allows him to maybe get the blank if, you know, if he doesn't make it the way he wants it. So, and that'd probably be more advantageous to him. So I do like this call rather than the freeze, which would be a little bit
For sure.
very committed.
Good opportunity still to get a deuce here.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Here it comes.
Close.
It's got to go a little more.
Hard on the roll. Hard, 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 hard. Get it over there.
Oh, that's so close.
Another inch only, but I mean, that's still
Yeah.
a great shot. And it's something,
Same line as
there's a guard
yours,
in your mind
minus
on the
1.
outside, and if
Yeah.
you hit it on the inside, there's a jam. So still a great lead. But Terry's going
left.
to try and hit this and
Left. Whoa.
not worry about the
Nose hit and try to force Nunavut to take their one.
Yep. Hard. Right to it.
It's got a great shot
You're
here.
good. You're good. You're good. You're good.
Just off nose, boom. I'll probably force a draw to the 4, or if he wants to play down to that and bump, it's
Well, he still has the option here as well to hit a half a stone and blank the end. Not likely what he'll play.
What do you like better?
You hate to give up the
that's the
hammer
right
when
question.
you're down 5 points with just
yeah,
1
it's
point.
tricky to do that, but yeah.
So the aggressive play here might be to, you know, hit a half stone, roll out, blank the end, and take your chances the next end with 2 or 3.
Just play it quiet.
But he looks like he is electing to use the rock in the 8-foot as backing and just play lightweight and take his one.
Just like quiet, wait. Yeah, it's a hit, but quiet.
yeah. And like we say, not only with last rock has he been able to generate opportunities without
downweight
force a draw against 4. So
That's
it's
right.
not like it can't be done both ways. I should say though, Peter did want to say hello to Evelyn, Ellie, and Wade. Hope you're listening. He thought you might be, and if you are, well, big hello from Peter. And we should also know Peter will be playing in the Curling Club Championship that's being held in Ottawa in 3 weeks. He'll be skipping there, so another national event he'll be going to this year. And this one's coming in really nicely.
It's a great line.
Whoa.
Another pressure shot
Fine.
executed.
Thanks. Thank you.
So with one more on the board, that'll make it a 7-3 game. Yukon leading Nunavut. Yukon will have last rock. Lots of rocks been in play. Lots of opportunities both ways. So we look for an exciting continuation to the second half.
It's starting to look like they might stay on the scoreboard now, too. Early points.
Just a quick update. Just before the break, Newfoundland did take 2 and 4 to go up 2-1, and in the 5th, and Nova Scotia has got 1 back. So it's a 2-all game playing in 6, and Newfoundland does have the hammer.
Having a great game over there.
Now comes Lena, asked to put a rock on the center line, halfway towards the house.
8. Say just over. Good sweep. Good sweep, guys. Well, don't want to go too far over. Okay, good, Lena.
Well, with a 5 rock free guard zone, getting a guard up on your first one and another one on your next one makes it difficult for the opposing team.
Well, got to play out to the wings here.
They'll want to put this in the house, not to help the opposition with a corner guard.
Okay. I'll sweep this board.
Take the effort for me. Sure, yes.
I just want to leave that in the back, something that Nunavut can
That's
use.
right.
Doesn't need points,
more
needs
center.
game to end. There's 3 ends
little
left.
more.
They don't need a big end. Scoring with hammer is an important thing, and making it as easy as possible to do that is.
That's right. Work on running them out of rocks if they can. But
Mine's good.
in this format of 5 rock free guard zone, that's a lot of times easier said than done.
Doesn't sound, but it looks like it's in.
Probably would have
yeah.
preferred a guard here.
It's trying to stop.
Yeah, maybe try and bury as much if you can. It's not going to be buried, but okay.
You're normal.
Terry wasting no time, like you said.
Right.
Removing opposition
Head
rocks.
for the opposite for Yukon.
Yep. Yeah, gotta go.
It's holding the line, throwing that
Okay.
throwing that 4-foot area. It doesn't curl near as much, but just had
weight was
really
just-
light weight there for
Yeah.
what they were looking for.
Sure.
Good opportunity here. Put a nice guard up and steal a point or two. The rock on the top button to protect that.
Yeah, I just think trying
Just needed to die.
sort of get
Just
to there.
slow. But you know, if they freeze it on the nose, it's not bad either.
Yeah, I think,
Right on it? Do you want it?
yeah, sure. Yeah, it's going to be an easy double, but okay. See her heavy.
Normal.
Just anything on the inside
You
of
like
this,
that?
and both should go.
That's right.
Okay.
Rock's pretty active here, and Braden's last takeouts have been fairly heavily thrown, so I would expect the same on this for weight.
Well,
Ideally, you'd like to make a hit and roll behind the guard. It'd be sitting in front of the tee line.
This one's staying out, though.
Right.
no.
It's going to be hard to pinch that top one out.
No. That's got a little biter out of it. That rock could come into play later in the end.
He does have the hammer, so you're right. That definitely could be a
Just got to
counter. You know, Nunavut's not going to play with it.
going to be there.
No.
They got to get something happening in the middle and try to steal a point here.
Well, Greg just threw one, so he should be able to make an adjustment here.
Mine's pretty close. Well, that's good, right?
Okay, want
I
to
think we have to
this.
let her die, though, as long as it's over.
Over curling.
Whoa.
Over and off.
Yeah. Nothing. We got 2 corners.
You like the same way, or you want to come the other way?
He says facetiously that he has 2 corners. He'd obviously like to have 2 center guards rather than the 2 corners.
Clean. Yep.
I think he's got a good one here.
Yep. Yep,
Obviously
right
would
to
like
it,
to
right to it.
stick around if
Gotta
we
go,
could.
gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. Attaboy.
Well, it gets behind the hog line, behind the other guard. Great
Right.
chance for Nunavut to
Absolutely.
freeze right down. And I believe that's what Meredith will be asked to do here.
How's the weight? Sounds
Just
heavy.
a little bit heavy. Need it to curl over. It would have backing if we can get over there.
Whoa, whoa.
Yeah.
It's almost there, but it's just
I'll outcount the other one.
Okay.
Although we have a couple of corner guards, I would have thought Miller might have ripped those corner guards with this sort of lead. But he wants to stay aggressive, maybe take one more big end.
Line's tight. Okay, whoa, that, whoa, 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 whoa.
This one looks like it's over curling a bit.
Also a little deep.
We're probably going to go by it. Yep, 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 yep. I don't want to set up a pocket here.
Well, it even sat down before the other one, but like he said, as you get more and more rocks in play behind the tee line, it does help.
you want a little
Nunavut.
less? Okay.
Meredith just threw this, so I expect this to be
She'll
very
be
close.
good this time.
Now we're at least
Line's
right on
pretty
the
good.
broom.
Okay, that sounds close. Okay, well, it doesn't look like it.
This looks like a great shot.
Okay, if you gotta go, go for it. Yep,
Can't hurt it now.
Hard.
Right down to it if they can.
hard.
Looks really nice.
It's pretty close. Hard.
Just didn't curl quite enough for him. The weight was perfect.
Yep.
9.5.
It's probably a time too.
9.5.
Getting the more curl might have been a bit better than a little extra weight there.
Right, get one behind that guard.
But great adjustment made by Meredith. That was a really good throw. Laney's going to try and remove it.
Yep, yep, yep. Yep, gotta go, Shaney. Gotta go, girl.
Down.
Okay, okay, that's fine. That'll work, that'll work.
But once again, we've got not a bad situation for Nunavut.
Throw
either.
the same rock she just threw, bump it
think we
back
wanna
4
nudge it.
inches, and they're in pretty good
A
shape.
little less ice
Yeah.
and a smidge more weight. Got to be careful with that, though. I think it might be something like this. Okay.
Yeah, it just doesn't want to sit on it. Just bump it a little bit so it gets behind.
That's right, create that wall.
Because the other thing that's happening here, as much
Just
as
a
there's
small tap
opportunities for
to set
Nunavut,
up a
there are
pocket.
4 blues that are sitting counting
That's
right
right.
now. So 2 rocks left to go. So
Four Yukon rocks, and they have the
Back eight.
hammer, so yeah, this is a big end. You either get back in the game or you're going home.
good clean delivery on line there. So it's all now about whether they got the broom in the right spot.
It will, though. It will.
Oh, here
Hard.
it comes. Oh,
Hard, Greg.
took off.
Don't make it. Oh, whoa.
Probably a little more weight than they wanted.
I should get a rub off this and off the back blue, and there we go.
Yep, it's a good shot.
Yep. Well, you can still ram
Makes
it right through.
That's right, a little tricky.
Just, it's almost nose, I guess. It's almost nose.
I think the key is hit it on the inside. Don't hit it on the outside.
Well, if you hit it on the inside, though, you're going to be jamming straight back on the one that's on the center line.
Broom side nose.
It's actually in a pretty darn good spot.
A little less than what you fight. Almost normal, I think.
First stone here from Terry.
Yeah. Yep. Whoa.
That looks nice.
Ah, you're good.
Right through the hole. Might even make a double.
Great shot there. Well, again, behind the tee line, so, you know, there's still a lifeline there.
Nunavut would love to corner freeze on the left side of on the rock that was just rolled in there.
Yeah.
If they could freeze in here, it'd be difficult for that rock to be removed.
This, maybe.
But unfortunately, it's hard to get there. You have the corner guard in the way.
Not my bag.
Long quarter guard in the way, you can't really get to that spot. You'd have to hair that guard.
I mean, you could do this too, but it's, I mean, they've all got to be perfect, right? That's the only problem.
Just pick one so you know what you're aiming for, not in between two.
You like any of those, Greg?
It's good advice by Meredith. Let's pick one and commit to it.
This one?
Sometimes when you have three thoughts in your head, you throw three kind-of-ish thoughts.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't like hitting here just because all those blue rocks right now, your friend, and removing one isn't going to help you.
Worst case scenario, you'll give up one, but you know, any more is death. And really, you need to still one here to have a chance.
I think.
What do you think?
Tough shot.
Yeah.
Freezing the one on the right forefoot here, yeah. Yeah. Just tricky with that guard.
But if he does manage to corner freeze the one in the forefoot, really the only shot Miller will have is a nose hit for one.
Yeah.
But at least he won't get a mitt full.
Oh, well, Peter gets ready to throw. He wanted to say hello to his mom and dad, James and Lori, and he also wanted the whole team to say hello to Coach Gale. Big shot here for Peter. Nice release. It's always nice when they don't sweep and then they get on it a little bit. So
The line looks nice as long as he has his weight.
yep, got to go hard here. They've really got to bring this in
The
now.
weight's coming off of it, and it's not going to quite be there.
Try and at least get it
Hard,
in to cut a
go
few
behind the
others
guard,
out.
hard. If you can get anywhere, okay.
Now, might be cutting the one out. Maybe a two out, but so Terry's going to have a chance of drawing for at least 4 and as many as 6.
Maybe we can go a little more. Right to the edge of the 8. What's probably 4 or 5 or something.
Definitely not the result he wanted.
It was a bit of a new path. You know, not many rocks have been thrown, you know, middle of 8 on that side. So sometimes, you know, that means it's going to be a little bit stickier because not many rocks in path.
That's right. And you're starting over in the middle of the 8-foot area. That's kind of the area where you're on the borderline of the straightness in the ice versus the curl in the ice. And they did start off in a swingy area. And it probably overcurled a little bit more than they were hoping.
That looks like Terry's throwing a good shot in here. He's got his weight.
I don't think they're going to bother counting them up too much. I think they'll just shake hands if that's an option.
Well, there we go. We'll have a final there. It'll be 7-3 for Yukon over Nunavut. Very enjoyable game and lots of great action and lots of great play. And we thank them very much for a competitive, fun game to watch. And thank you for watching and staying tuned. And we'll see you again this afternoon at 2 o'clock, where we will have our next game.
Thanks for the company, Steve. It's been a pleasure.
Scott Egger, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure as well.